In this demo, we'll cover the discovery of the different file storage arrays. So the first one that we'll start with is the VNX file. Compared to Isilon, NetApp, and other file storage arrays, VNX file is the only one that requires an SMS provider. This is different from the SMS provider that's used by VNX blog. So in order to continue with the discovery, we click on Add, we select EMC VNX file, give our VNX file a descriptive name, then we point to the IP address of the control station. After that, we enter the parameters, username and password, and then we need to configure the onboard SMS provider. So this SMS provider is also located in that control station. That's why we have the same IP address. However, the username and password are different from those username and password of the control stations, specific to the actual SMS provider. We proceed to save our configuration, and now we can see that our VNX file is getting updated. Let's refresh, and now that we have refreshed, we can see that the VNX file is successfully discovered in our system. The next thing we want to do is we want to check the storage port. So as we click on it, we can see the IP address of the storage port that we have available. And now we go back into our configuration and start discovering the next storage array. The Isilon discovery is a little bit different. When we click on Add, we select Isilon from the drop-down list, and we're asked for an IP address. This is the IP address of Smart Connect within the Isilon. So once we type that in, we select the username and password. Isilon has an admin and a root user. You want to make sure that you use the root user to connect to the Isilon system. And the Isilon is being discovered. It's getting updated. We want to refresh one more time. We see that Isilon is now being discovered. Let's take a look at what we have here for storage pools. We have a single storage pool in our Isilon that ViPR has discovered, and we can also look at the ports that we have, the storage ports that we have available. And again, we have one storage port in there. The NetApp discovery is similar from Isilon, so we go to Add. We select NetApp from the drop-down list, and then basically we need to assign a name for our NetApp array. Once we assign the name, we assign the IP address, and we set a username and a password. This again, NetApp discovery doesn't require SMS either. We save our configuration, and we can see that it's getting updated. Again, we refresh it. We can see that NetApp is now discovered, and ViPR can now control our file storage arrays.